So the last time we talked to Clare Gagne, she said that winning the national championship felt, quote, amazing.
Yeah.
That's basically what she said. Now we're a couple days later. How does it feel now?
I'm a little more grounded this time. I'll be a little more mindful of my language, but I will say it still feels the same way. So, yeah, I think it still feels really surreal. I feel like it hasn't quite sunk in. I don't know if it'll ever sink in, but I'm just so proud of the team and the community. So
I support that you have the T-shirt and the hat on. Like, have you just been wearing it ever since? Have you changed?
You will have to rip this T-shirt and this hat off my cold, dead body before I take it off.
Like, look, guys, from now till Christmas, I'm just going to wear this. And you will have to enjoy it. Take us through what the last kind of day or so has been like and just what's been happening in your life.
Yeah, I think from the moment we won, like I said, it's been really surreal. It's just been that opportunity to kind of celebrate a whole season's worth of hard work for a lot of people in this program, like a whole year's worth of hard work. And it's just been about spending that time with each other, trying to stay present in the moment. Really, really taking that opportunity to celebrate in kind of every aspect of that word. And then, just on like a personal note, connecting with a lot of people who've been part of my soccer journey to take me here, past coaches, past teammates. And it's been really exciting to kind of have those people reach out and have that opportunity to connect with them. And for a lot of them, like tell them how important they've been to my journey as well. So
what has happened, if anything, that has made it feel like that actually did happen?
Yeah. I think honestly, when it started sinking in was that bus ride back from Wake Med. We were all just on that bus celebrating together and kind of just like I said, staying in that moment. And I think just looking around and seeing all the faces of my teammates like so happy and so excited to be doing that together was really when it started to sink in and I started to feel like a national champion. I also think the longer I wear this shirt, the more I feel like a national championship has been won. So I will continue to wear it for that reason.
Well, it's nice because if you don't wash it, the smell will just remind you.
Yeah,
What's that
exactly.
Smell? Oh, it smells like national championship.
Exactly, which I know you guys are enjoying right now.
Carolina women's soccer has won a lot of these. This is, 23 national titles, 22 NCAA titles. Why does this one feel so different in your mind compared to so many of the others? Yeah. And I know you weren't here for the others, but why does this one why has it resonated differently?
Yeah, I think there is something to be said about this program kind of building from the bottom up. I think for so many of those national championships, it's kind of ingrained in the culture, and it was like one after another after another. And obviously that's a huge amount of success to have in such a short amount of time. And we continue to build off that now, but I think this year is kind of like a refreshing moment for the program. Like we have our new head coach, we have a program that had 12 people in the spring, and I think like that opportunity to rebuild in a way that was new and kind of, exciting and fresh was something that we really capitalized on. And I think that new energy coming from like across like so many different communities, like we have 3 players from the Ivy League, like myself being one of them, like a bunch of other transfers, like someone from Duke. Like it's that underdog mentality that I really think was ingrained in our program and ingrained in our team this year. And then building from those individuals who chose to stick around for the spring and chose to kind of stick with this program through the highs and lows, through all the transfers. I think that kind of mentality to come into this season really set us apart from past teams and really set us apart from every other team in the country this year.
With so many different pieces, like it's easy to just say, oh, just go be a team. But this really did seem like a legit close team. How did y'all manage to make all those pieces work and become that championship-winning team?
Yeah, full credit to Damon. He recruited a group of people that were willing to put the work in to make that team happen. And I think so often you can look at a team that's having success like this and say, they're having success and they love each other, and those two things just go hand in hand. But it's really about the effort we've put in since August. It's about those intentional conversations we've had to kind of show up for one another on and off the field, and it's kind of that intention to go forward every day and play for each other, play for Damon, and not just play for that national championship, but play for everything that comes with it along the way, the highs, the lows, the relationships. So I think it's really about those small things. And again, credit to Damon for like recruiting this group and bringing us in here for this year. I think there's no one else in the country who could have done that and could have led a group of people from so many different backgrounds to a national championship in one season. So
I fully understand this will be a hard question to answer because you don't necessarily have a massive point of reference to compare it to. But you said, there's some starting anew, some fresh things. And there's some very obvious things that are new. Obviously, a new head coach and a lot of new players. What else in your mind is new and different about the way this year was managed, run, just how it played out? I understand there's going to be the foundation of what Carolina women's soccer is. In your opinion, again, I understand this is hard to answer. What do you think is different from what was?
Yeah, like you were saying, like it is my first season here.
Sure,
so
yeah.
I think gathering on kind of like what the team seems to be reflecting on, it's that mentality piece. And I think Damon has really instilled that idea of like allowing all of us to be ourselves on and off the field, and then allowing each of us to bring that special element of our game or our personality forward to the team. And I think that makes a big difference in allowing us to kind of like grind through tough moments because we've all been through something different. We all have something to offer. And I think that's something that really allows you to come together as a team through those highs and lows. And then I think that mentality of aggression and that underdog mentality really showed forward in this season. We were able to, play through loss. We were able to come back and beat Duke. Like those moments, I think, really bring you together. And those moments are because we had something to prove and because we knew what we were capable of and nobody else knew what we were capable of.
Once you knew you were going to get the opportunity to come to North Carolina and be part of this program, how'd you set about making the most of that opportunity? Like, there's no guarantee you're going to play, but you've still got to do something in order to get out there. And not only, of course, did you play, you played extremely well. How'd you do that?
Yeah, thank you. I think for me, again, it was just about staying in the moment. It was my last season regardless of what happened. And I think I was just so grateful after coming off a season at Brown to have that opportunity to continue playing. And, I went through my last season at Brown thinking that it was going to be the last time I was playing collegiate soccer just because I hadn't decided to go in the transfer portal. I hadn't decided to take my fifth year. So I think once I had that opportunity to continue, it was just something that I really wanted to capitalize on. And, I think going into a season like this where the expectations of like the community I'm coming into are so high, it was really just about trying to put my best foot forward. And I think for me, that was just doing all the little things I possibly could do to put myself in the best position. And all credit to my goalkeeper union. I think like that is such a close group and such a group of competitors that make me better every single day. Like I would not be here without them. I wouldn't be here without my back line, my entire team. So I think it's really about leaning on the people around you and letting those around you make you better and hoping that you can make them better as well.
You guys only allowed one goal, right, in the NCAA tournament?
Yes.
That seems good to me. How did that happen?
I think, again, like I was saying, that defensive effort is front to back, left to right. That's a whole 11-person effort on the field, and honestly, a whole team effort off the field. Like we have just the most amazing team that will make everybody better every single day. When our starting 11 is playing against our second 11, I think it's that opportunity to make each other better that we really strive for. And there are so many talented people on this team that everybody is constantly playing against one of the best people in the country. And I think that's no matter if they're a starter, if they come into the game, if they don't play, it's every single person on this team is trying to make every single other person better. So I think that shows up in our defensive effort. And then, we're just a team who is gritty and who wants to press and who wants to show up for each other. And I think that shows up on the field when our forwards are our first line of defense. And then, you just have to trust that the next line is always going to be there, always going to be stepping hard, always going to be showing up for you in that moment.
So many talented players, of course, but also every single person we've had in here from women's soccer has very clearly not been a jerk. Like, very good and knows they're very good, but there haven't been any jerks in here. Do players
Other than Adam.
Yeah. I mean, these two excluded.
Yeah.
Do players self-regulate that and sort of take that out of anyone who might sort of step out of that? Or is this just the group that just happened to be that way when they got here?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think credit to the recruiting. we are a team that really values that that side that's just who you are and what kind of person you are. And I think, we have those core values in our program that are really intent on making sure we show up as our full self and as someone who's going to make those around you better. And I think we really pride ourselves on that. And yeah, I think it's that moment of accountability. Like, we are all here to grow together, and it's that together mentality that allows us to have success. And I think if anyone is struggling or going through a hard time, like, we show up for them. And yeah, I mean, I just love my team. So I don't think I would, yeah, I don't think there's much else to say besides that. I mean, it's just a group of phenomenal women, and I'm just so grateful to have gotten to spend this semester with them.
If you have made a save or you are in possession of the ball and for however, and you're trying to kill some clock, how long do you feel like you can sit there in that cradle position on the ground holding the ball?
I think for me, it's been a little bit different this season because we've had some repeat refs who have, acknowledged that I am laying on the ground to stall time. So I think it's been pretty early in those games where I've been told that I need to pick up my pace or I need to punt the ball. I need to get it out of my hands. So I think this season has looked a little different, but I would say in general, it's until I am watching my team jog away and they're pretty far away from me. I'm like, oh, okay, it's time to get up now. Like, I'm going to get a yellow card. It's time to get to my feet. But I think I just like to push it as far as possible.
Sure. Adam told me he read you're an ordained minister. Is that right?
Yes, I am an ordained minister. We all have to have our fun facts. Yeah. I got ordained in middle school online, and I have kept that up. So
you pay dues? Like, how does that work?
If anyone is looking to get married in the state of North Carolina, Rhode Island, or Minnesota, I got you.
The three biggies.
We're locked in right here.
How have we not called you like the Reverend all season?
Yeah, well, I think it's important to note that it is only online and it is only for fun. But I would love to ordain a wedding.
What's the last ceremony over which you presided?
Yeah,
or anything.
Yeah, I'm still looking for that first opportunity. Okay. So, if anyone knows anyone trying to get married.
I've been putting in the work. I have years of experience. Yep. I haven't actually done anything
yet. Years of experience, yes.
What is next for you? What are the next steps in your mind, other than eventually taking off the hat and shirt?
Yeah, well, I don't think those are the next steps.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to procrastinate that as long as possible. I would like to keep playing. I think what that looks like and kind of, the details of that are still a little foggy for me. I'm just trying to take it one step at a time and kind of explore the opportunities that are out there. But I just know that I'm not ready to be done playing. So I think I'm just excited to see what I could do.
All right, cheesy last question. When you're 60 years old and you think back to this, what do you think you're going to think about? Not this specific interview, although I'm sure that will be impactful too.
I think it's the small things. I think it's the things that you wouldn't ever really think of. Those moments in the locker room, those moments on the bus. I think those moments of team bonding that aren't necessarily on the field are just so special to me. And and just, saying goodbye to all my teammates. Like, today is, I think, the first round of goodbyes. And then over the next couple of days is just so sad because those are relationships that we're going to have for a lifetime. But I think it's those little things and those little opportunities to connect off the field that I'm really going to miss.